All right, guys, we are back for our MMA striking instructional video here. And one of the most important elements that I, as a Muay Thai coach, coaching people in the sport of MMA, is getting people comfortable with the concept of actually kicking with impunity in a mixed martial arts fight. If you are a grappler, you should absolutely kick with impunity. What's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to get taken down, right? That's kind of where you want to go anyway. So as a grappler working on your striking for MMA, you should absolutely be kicking with impunity. As a striker, absolutely. The concern is the kick's getting you taken down. It's not the kick's fault you got taken down. It's because you suck kicking in MMA. It's not the kick's fault. Don't blame the kick. The kick didn't hurt nobody yet. You didn't even throw it right. So it's super important that we make sure that we kick with impunity, whether we're a grappler or a striker. But the sport of MMA has so many elements, we have to adapt our kicking game to be effective in the sport so that we don't get cracked with that little glove or taken down by that collegiate wrestler. So whether you're a striker wanting to grapple or a grappler wanting to strike, kicking effectively and safely is going to be a game changer for you and make you that much more diverse in the sport of mixed martial arts. All right, guys, so as we go through our section here on effectively kicking in MMA, there's some basic rules that I want to cover first with regards to when to kick, when not to kick, how not to kick. We need to understand the difference between a probe and a blind kick, right? What's the difference between a probe and a blind kick? Let's talk about it. You can certainly kick effectively by itself as a probe in MMA. And you should. You should, and you should do it more often, right? If you've gotten my other series, we talk a lot about the concept of using probes as a way to collect data in our fighting, whether it was the science of striking block or our basic partner drills and sparring block. I've talked about it in every video I've ever put out. But if this is the first one you're buying, I can't ignore the concept of what we need to do here. Using fakes, feints, footwork, and probes are really one of the most effective ways for you, no matter what your sport, to collect data and land more strikes. So what's the difference between a blind kick and a probe? So we'll have Jesse and Hector come up here. When we're working a probe, it is a dedicated effort to land a weapon to test your opponent's reaction. You are going to get in and then you're going to get out. It's a singular thing. So whatever the kick might be, Jesse does a teep with either leg, right? She does a calf kick or leg kick with either leg. She does a body kick, right? She does a jab, right? She's getting in and she's getting out so that Hector, as her opponent, isn't able to make her pay. She's not leaving her head on center line. She's not staying in the kill zone. She's getting off of the X. That's the difference between a probe and a blind kick. Do not blind kick in MMA. What's a blind kick? It's throwing a kick without setting it up with something first. It's literally taking your right leg right now against the southpaw and then keeping your head on line and not moving your feet, right? It is literally being the very best kickboxer in the history of UFC, being Gogan Saki, going up against Khalil Roundtree, throwing a lazy inside leg kick and getting knocked the fuck out. That's a blind kick, right? We don't do that. You can certainly throw that kick, but you're going to post when you do it. Jesse's going to do it. She's going to post and she's going to get out. Go to the inside. Same thing. It's a sound boom, and then she's going to get out. That's a probe. Move your head. Move your feet. Get in, get out. But just sitting here and throwing a body kick and not moving her head, she's going to get cracked. She throws a body kick and she stays in, she's going to get taken down. He's on her. It's easy. She's giving it to him. So no blind kicks. You two calm down. Please stop. No blind kicks in MMA, but you should use your kicks as probes often. Hopefully that helps. And we are back. Our do's and don'ts of kicking in MMA. The next thing that I want to cover is the leg kick. The leg kick is one of the most effective weapons that you have in your striking arsenal. We've seen tons of fights stopped with leg kicks, but we've also seen leg kicks end fights the opposite way. People that leg kick improperly getting knocked out off of the counter. People who go to throw leg kicks and they get taken down because of it, so much so that I've literally had people tell me, I don't want to throw kicks because I'm going to get taken down. And it's usually this leg kick or the body kick that gives people the most trouble, right? So here's the basic rule. If someone is stationary, throw your leg kick, but put hands first, okay? If someone is backing up, feel free to leg kick with impunity. If someone is giving you forward pressure, especially if they're a grappler, do not leg kick. A wrestler will take a leg kick to get the takedown 10 times out of 10, right? So we do not leg kick in the sport of MMA when we are backing up, right? So as a quick demonstration of that, we've got Jesse and Hector here. So we're gonna have Hector look for takedown opportunities off of the leg kick, right? And what we'll talk about here is Jessie just throws the leg kick and then doesn't set it up with her hands, and then she stays in the center line. Go ahead. He's right there all day long. Or she's backing up off of his forward pressure and then leg kicks. She's off balance already because she's backing up, right? So it's super important that as we do this leg kick, we understand where our balance is. We understand where our body is. We understand that he's going to run forward into his takedown, right? So from here, basic drill that you can do to include your leg kick into your arsenal is just let your partner look for takedowns off of your leg kicks, right? Now, I'm not going to throw a body kick. I'm not going to throw a head kick right now because I don't want to accidentally catch him when he changes levels. But it's super safe to do this with leg kicks. So we work some basic striking. One person is the person trying to get the takedown. The other person is the person trying to stop the takedown, but still be able to leg kick effectively. She's not going to leg kick when she's backing up. She's not going to throw blind leg kicks unless she's doing probes and movement. And we'll see how that all works right now. So Hector wants the takedown. Jessie doesn't want to give the takedown. And she's using all of the elements that we've worked and the basic rules of leg kicks to not get taken down off of the leg kick. Go ahead, go. There you go, she framed. Time. Good, excellent. As you can see, she's not blasting the kick as hard as she can. He's not double legging her to infinity as hard as he can. It's a learning drill so that she's reminded where to kick, where not to kick, how to set it up. One of the biggest things that creates problems in MMA with kicking is also people not respecting the kick. Right? So if I throw a kick up and I just barely touch your neck in sparring and then you do a blast double on me, that's not really realistic, is it? You probably wouldn't have blast doubled me if I kicked your fucking head off. So as you're working with your training partners, both of you need to respect both sides of things, right? So what would that kick actually have done if it landed cleanly? If I landed that liver kick super clean, would you really hit me with a 10-punch combo after, or would I maybe back you up a little bit? So training in reality with your partner is super important, and when you do drills like this to try to create opportunities to leg kick and see that you're leg kicking fast enough and getting in, getting out, your partner shouldn't be making you pay every time you try to kick. And then as you get better at it, then more pressure and stress inoculation can happen to the point where it's like, hey, Hector, if you can take her down, fucking blast her through the roof. That absolutely should happen as well, but progressively we've got to get there. So the basic rules with kicking when we throw that leg kick is don't throw leg kicks without using your hands unless they are probe style, and do not throw leg kicks when you are backing up. You are going to end up through the other side of the fence. All right, we are back with our striking for MMA block, specifically working on effectively kicking. So within throwing kicks in MMA, generally leg kicks are going to be a little safer than the body kick. The head kick is going to be a little safer than the body kick, just because the leg kick is lower and people read it a little slower sometimes. The head kick, you have to respect it, so it keeps people's hands at bay, and it's going to put people on their heels a little more. The body kick, if not done correctly, is probably the most dangerous kick to throw in MMA. With that said, we should actually kick the shit out of people without even worrying about it, because there's a right way and a wrong way to do it for the sport of MMA. So I'm gonna go over a simple basic concept that I use with my fighters that I don't really see talked about a lot, that I think can really help you get more comfortable throwing the body kick in MMA and getting taken down less because of it. So we're gonna break down the right body kick first. So again, same rules apply. We don't really want to throw the body kick without setting it up with our hands unless we're doing a probe style kick, right? Getting in, getting out, creating angles, so forth and so on. With the body kick on the right side, from a biomechanical standpoint, I don't get the liver, right? Which is a super high value target with the left body kick. I've got the spleen, I've got some other incidental organs that we're not really worried about. So really we have the ribs, right? And then we have taking away the hook or the jab and keeping people at bay. So most of the time when I talk about the right body kick in MMA, I'm teaching my fighters to pin the arm, right? I'm not really going super low, because what happens when we pin the arm, if you've got the other instructional videos that we've done, we are kicking higher on the lever point, and that's going to force me to go back, okay? If Georgie throws the right body kick at me now, and he goes low with it, I block, and I can stay in for the counter, right? But if he goes high with it, I'm getting knocked back. I also don't know if it's a head kick, right? So the arm pin with the right body kick for MMA, in my opinion, is the body kick to throw, right? We're trying to pin the arm so that I don't eat it and get and go for the takedown, or I don't block it and go for the counter hook, or even if I do, the one simple concept that Georgie needs to do is just slide out at an angle after the kick. He's going to use the momentum of his leg going back to just take him out of danger. Give him time, space, distance. In fighting, time, space, distance equals power. Generation, I've got time, space, distance, I've got power. It also equals time to read and react. And that's what we want when we kick, so that we're not getting taken down. So when he throws that right body kick, he's not going to stay in the pocket to get countered. He's not going to stay in the pocket to get taken down. He's going to slide out, okay? And when he slides out, I want him to slide out at 11 o'clock. Don't slide out at 9 o'clock. Slide out at 11 o'clock so that this counter doesn't work. So don't go there. I want you to go there at that angle. So he hits, he's not there. If I try to go for the shot, he's not there. And he's got time to read and react. So how do we drill this? Super simple. Georgie and Amber are going to do some light drilling with their striking. And then Amber's going to throw the right body kick at Georgie. Georgie's going to defend it appropriately, of course. And then if Amber stays in the pocket, he can crack her with the counter, or he can take her down. Okay? Go! And she's not there. Good. I want you to slide out even heavier. Bigger slide out. There we go. Good. Good. See if she's there for the takedown. Exactly. That's where that frame and slide can come in as well. and time. So as we work through that, when we throw the right body kick, one, let's focus on pinning the arm so it makes it harder for them to counter. Let's focus on pinning the arm so we actually put their weight on their heels so it's not so easy to drive and shoot. And let's slide out at the angle so we're not there for the counter and we give ourselves time to read and react for the takedown. Hope it helps. And we're back. So we just talked about the right body kick and how it can be used effectively and safely for MMA. And now we're going to talk about the left body kick. And even more so than the right body kick, the left body kick is an excellent weapon because we have the liver, okay? Number one reason the left body kick is so effective because the targeting of the liver is there and we can stop fights with liver kicks and liver shots. I think that Giga has been tremendously successful in the UFC with just that left body kick. We've seen a ton, of great left body kick stoppages in MMA, and it's a tremendous, tremendous weapon. Another reason that the left body kick is so important is because of what it hits if it doesn't hit the liver. Most people are right-handed in fighting. The majority of the population is right-handed, the majority of the fighters are right-handed, and the big power shot is the right hand. So when I'm kicking this side, I am keeping this arm home. I am keeping it at bay. I'm making that person not punch because they have to defend because of the liver, right? I don't have to defend as much on this side because the liver isn't there. But this side, I really got to protect the liver or my night could be over. So the benefit is we get the organ that will stop a fight with a single strike, and we get to occupy and take away the number one knockout threat in all of MMA, which is the big right hand. Now, if you throw the left kick in properly, then the big right hand is going to knock you the fuck out. So we have to throw it in a very specific, safe manner. One, if we're worried about the big right hand, we don't target the liver, we pin the arm, just like we did on the right side, knocking them back, making it seem like it's closer to a head kick, making them respect the kick more. You will get punched back less when you pin the arm. And there's a good chance people are going to block improperly. You could break the arm really effectively. The ulna will give way more than the shin will. Right? So there's that risk as well, since most people don't know how to properly block a body kick. So whether we're attacking the liver or we're going after the arm pin, the left body kick is a super effective weapon. What I do want to see is a very specific way to not get hit and not get taken down. And it's basically a two-step process. So I'm going to work with Jesse here. And then I'm going to have Jesse and Hector work together because Hector's a southpaw. We're going to talk about how to do it on southpaw as well. So from here, whether she is switching with the kick, stepping with the kick, in all the different ways you can throw the left body kick, and if you had my series earlier, you've seen all the different ways, or she's swinging back to southpaw, whatever it is, it doesn't matter to me. We're just going to talk about how not to get taken down and how not to get hit when you do this kick. So she throws the left body kick, and I want you to kind of leave it up. Just leave it up. So she throws the left body kick. What's going to happen is after she throws the left body kick, she's going to take this leg and she's going to transition to southpaw. When she transitions to southpaw, she's going to do exactly what she just did. She's going to take her head offline. Then that helps her avoid getting hit. If she's afraid about the takedown or just doesn't want to deal with the takedown, she's going to take her leg back to orthodox and create space. So that's a two-step process. So she comes through, she's not there, and then she's not there. She comes through, she's not there, she's not there. She comes through, she's not there. Just that. Step, head offline, step back. I call it a Chidi step after Chidi in a Kawane because he's done it so effectively throughout his career, used his length and that change of stance off of his kicking and not getting taken down because of it. That's what I call it, because that's where I really saw it first, and it kind of hit the light bulb for me, right? So if he's a southpaw and he's just throwing his left body kick on Jesse, the right hand is the concern. He just needs to slide out, right? Just like the ortho to ortho action had to. So he doesn't have to do everything extra with his feet. He throws the left body kick and then he's gone, right? Now, if he pins the arm, it's going to come back even less, because now she's got to deal with recalibrating her weight, right? So here's what's going to happen right now. We're going to do that same drill that we were talking about before. Jessie is going to throw her left body kick. She's going to step. She's going to step back to southpaw. She's going to switch. And then he's going to try to catch her with the counter or catch her with the takedown. So go orthodox first and go. Good, now go southpaw. Keep going. You go, kick it, yeah. Kick it, yeah, kick it. Good. Good. Now have you kick Jesse. Good, with your takedowns, Jesse. Good, Tom. Now, what we didn't do there is even talk about, remember, we're not really looking to throw blind kicks. We just talked about the structural integrity of the leg takeaway and taking your head offline when you throw the left body kick. If we're using our hands first, to hide the kick, they're going to react even slower, they're going to react even differently, and they're not going to be so ready to grab. What we have to keep in mind, right, as we saw with Hector, is when he's southpaw, we don't have the liver anymore, really. So he was willing to overhook, which changes things because his liver's on this side, right? So just from a situational standpoint, keep that in mind. If you're fighting a southpaw, the left body kick is a little less valuable than when you're orthodox fighting orthodox or southpaw kicking orthodox. But with that said, the left body kick is one of the most important weapons in all of MMA. And I need you to do it right so you don't get punched in the mouth, you don't get taken down. And we're back. Effective striking for MMA within our kicking safely in MMA block. And now we're here for the most dangerous weapon in all of MMA, the most effective weapon. No can defend. I don't know what we're all gonna do. The calf kick. Listen, if you've got my other instructional series, especially the pad work series that we just did, the calf kick absolutely is a super effective weapon, specifically to MMA, and we'll talk about it. But it's absolutely not the most destructive weapon. It certainly is not the weapon that is changing the game or this. You just need to know how to deal with it. And since most people don't, absolutely, we want to take advantage of it. We want to take advantage of all the mistakes that people made and make when dealing with the calf kick. Here's what I will tell you and why the calf kick is so effective. One, because it's the lowest kick in our entire arsenal. Because it's the lowest kick in our entire arsenal, it's closest to the target, so it's fastest to the target. So it's low and it's fast. It's harder to read, it's harder to check, it's harder to catch, right? So you can catch the takedown. So the benefit of the calf kick is because it's so low and because it's so fast, you're getting countered less and you're getting taken down less than even just the regular leg kick. Because the leg kick we can catch, the leg kick we can see a little better than we can the oblique angle of the low calf kick, right? So absolutely we should be calf kicking and taking advantage of it until people learn how to fucking defend this thing, which we've talked about ad nauseum. So we'll talk about it a little bit, just I'm not gonna not cover it, but I'm not doing a whole calf kick block, right? This is just a piece of it. So the calf kick is effective, the calf kick can work, the calf kick also because the leg has muscle, it buffers the kick. The calf You're going shin to nerve to bone. And that's what happens with that leg giving out, that dead leg. We're attacking that peroneal nerve, and we lose some of the stimulus in our leg. That's when the leg will fold. And fights have been stopped from it. We've seen Michael Chandler have a fight stopped in Bellator because of the calf kick. He didn't want to stop, but he just couldn't plant on his foot. We've seen a ton of fights in the UFC stop because of the calf kick. So let's just talk about some of the basic rules of calf kicking safely. Jesse and Amber, number one, like any other leg kick, we don't want to throw it blind unless we're using it as a probe. So if we're going to throw a calf kick by itself, it's going to be super fast and we're going to be offline when we're done, number one. Number two, if we want to land the calf kick more effectively, we want our lead foot outside of their lead foot, as we should in all fighting concepts, right? So if I've got the outside angle, just without even turning it over much, picking her leg up, she's gonna get the calf more readily than the shin. So having the proper angle is super important as well, right? So as we throw that calf kick now, she's going to get in and get out and be offline so that she doesn't get caught with that, right? Long jab, long cross, doesn't matter. Good. Now she's going to put her hands in front of it a little bit. Good. Now go southpaw. Outside that way. Use your hand fight to help you guide outside, right? And control the counter, exactly. Orthodox southpaw, doesn't matter if you go. Just pick a stance. We're working just basic calf kicks, right? Good. Good, and time. Now, I don't care if you calf kick on the inside of the leg or not. But if your shin is not conditioned, it can be dangerous, right? I have fighters that will calf, like Gaston, he'll calf kick either side. He doesn't care. He'll go for the inside leg, go for the outside leg, kick to the right, kick to the left. This has got a conditioned shin from all the years of Muay Thai. There are other people that shouldn't be doing that because you are going to hurt yourself if you get checked in and you kick improperly and get checked, you could have a problem. Okay, so from here, what I want to talk about is Jesse, Amber. Amber's going to go for the calf on this side. Okay, now what I want to see when she does that is it's super important that she not flip up too much, but she kick through as she does it, right? That way, if she does get checked, she's not getting that oblique angle that causes the break a lot of the time. And when she does it, she's going to post with her lead hand to keep her from cracking her with her rear, right? That's it. Just put it right up in her face. Go. Good. That's it again. Good. Now switch stances. Now you're southpaw. Same thing. You're attacking the outside and the inside. Yep. Mm-hmm. Good. Working that offline angle. Good. 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 Time. Right? So super important, whether we're southpaw or we're orthodox and we're working our calf kicks, that one, we commit to the calf kick, we throw it fast. Two, we have some type of defensive structure so that we're not getting punched in the mouth right away. And that defensive structure can be posting and being offline. You can throw the inside leg calf kick if your leg is conditioned and you throw it properly, okay? Now how do we stop this thing? Right? How do we stop this monstrosity that is the calf kick? We're gonna go over it. Okay, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get the point across, but from here, Jesse, Amber, face this way. Now, what I want is I want Amber to throw the calf kick and I want Jesse to check it. Now, super important. When she checks it, if you saw, she turns her leg out. She takes the calf away from the kick and she puts the shin in alignment. So it's an actual check and not just a leg lift. If you pick the leg straight up on a calf kick, you're still getting kicked in the calf. Yeah, it's less direct, but it's still a calf kick, right? And when she checks properly, she's going to get more instep than shin, and she's going to start to have injury risk for the top of her foot and her instep. So if you want to stop the calf kick, one, stop being so heavy on your fucking front leg. That's number one. Number two, check properly. The calf is here. If you just spike the kick, go ahead, your calf stays there. Okay, don't even lift, just kind of split. Most people do, just kind of turn the leg, right? You're eating a calf kick. I don't care who the fuck you are. Now, since the calf is here, when she kicks, I want her to take the calf way the fuck up here. So go ahead, kick. Hey, the calf isn't there anymore. Guys, I know we probably need to hire somebody and do some science and a double-blind placebo taste test to see if this works. But the reality is if you want to stop the calf kick, please, just fucking check properly. But until people learn, fuck, calf kick the shit out of these motherfuckers. I'm all for it. Let's go. Calf kick for president. All right, we are back, coming in the home stretch of our kicking block for striking for MMA and effective kicking for MMA. We've covered a lot of different kicks today, how to throw the kick safely, when to throw the kick, how not to get taken down, how not to get countered. One of the most valuable kicks we have, and probably one of the safest kicks we have, if you know how to do it properly, is the head kick. We're gonna get taken down less off the head kick because it's not in line with the arm the same way. We have to block it. Right? So unless we're blocking like this, it's gonna be a little harder to just wrap and take me down, right? Number one. Number two, because the head is so high on the lever chain, when the kick happens, I'm gonna be on my heels a lot more often than leaning into a body kick and ready to shoot, right? So the reaction time on the head kick is gonna be less for the takedown, right? And then of course, kicking somebody in the head is a great way to knock somebody out. So you have to keep that in mind. The left head kick and the right head kick, we're gonna do all as one block here just because it's the same conceptual thing. If I throw the right head kick, slide out. If I throw the left head kick, step, head offline, double step out, same thing we did, right? So from a targeting standpoint, let's talk about the different kicks, right? And how to throw them. So Hector, Georgie, when we throw the right head kick, two styles of head kick, the standard head kick and the question mark kick, right? Hector's gonna block effectively, but the same rules are gonna apply. I wanna see Hector defend properly so that he doesn't get rocked here. And I wanna see Georgie set up the head kick with his hands, right? Because the head kick, we don't really use as a pro because it's coming from low to high. And if we don't hide it behind some hands, it's not gonna land as often, right? So Georgie's just gonna work some basic punches and he's gonna throw the standard right head kick, not the question mark kick. Go ahead. Good. Now, as you can see, Hector's body weight is taken this way, right? He's leaning offline. The counter cross and the takedown are gonna happen less, right? But if you feel like you can get the takedown, go ahead and give him the takedown. If you feel like you can counter, give him the counter. He's only throwing the right head, right? Sliding out to safety. Good, that's it, excellent. So now he's gonna do the same with the left head kick. Setting it up with some hands, switching, stepping, flipping, however you wanna throw it. Takes his leg away, he's not there. Hector's looking for counters, Hector's looking for takedowns. Good. And now the question mark kick. So now we've thrown the front kick, we've thrown the body kick, we make it look like we're going low, and then we let the shin come around and whip into the neck or the side of the head. It's a very effective kick, and it's effectively a fake, right? So when we talk about in the face and feint block, we gotta kind of throw the right body kick, throw the right front kick, throw the right leg kick to make them think it's a low kick, and then we come high with it. So go ahead, set it up with your hands. Maybe throw some body kicks with it first, throw some leg kicks with it first, throw some front kicks into that question mark kick. Beautiful. Now look for your counters and your takedowns, Hector. Good, top. Excellent. Hector, you feeling good that there's gonna be some takedowns there for you? Probably a little less likely because of the power of that kick. So whether it's the standard head kick on the right side, the standard head kick on the left side, or the standard question mark kick, the head kick is one of the most important kicks you have in your arsenal, but the same thing as all the others. I would set it up with your hands first, and I would stay defensively sound when you're done. If you are southpaw, it's the same thing. The left body kick will give you that left head kick because I'm going to start really defending the body, and most people are going to start bringing that arm down, right? So Hector's southpaw, Georgie is orthodox. He throws the left body kick. Georgie's going to have to start defending that. He thinks it's the body kick, and now he throws it the same exact way and just comes up top with it, right? He's going to be less prepared to deal with it. He's going to be off balance a good portion of the time, and he's going to get caught clean, right? So as we're working through this, making sure that we are kicking to the proper targets and being defensively sound is the most important part of landing any of these roundhouse kicks in MMA. All right, guys, so the last kick that we're going to talk about in the kicking effectively for MMA is the teep/front kick. Different kick, surprisingly enough. Understanding the difference between the front kick and the teep is super important, right? So when we say front kick, generally in my nomenclature, I'm talking about a karate, taekwondo, savate style front snap kick to a target, right? Utilizing the ball of the foot. When we're talking about a teep, we're talking about still using the ball of the foot, but we are driving through the target. We are punching through the target. We are not just snapping the knee. We are driving the hip all the way through. Similar, so they're in the same family, but they're a different kick, right? And we're going to talk about the application for both in MMA, right? So as we teep, Jesse, Hector, into position. Go ortho, please. The lead teep is one of the most effective probes and weapons that we have for MMA as long as we do it properly. The leg lift itself is enough to confuse people, right? Super important. It also keeps us off our front leg weight-wise. So we're not just so heavy on the front leg. She can teep the legs, using it as a probe, right? She can turn her foot, making it a teep or an oblique kick, either way, the classic John Jones with either leg. So the body is going to be a primary point of contact. You got 2 points of contact. We're going to go for the body, and then we're going to go for the chest, right? Teeping the body generally will fold. Going for the chest generally will knock people down because the weight takes them underneath, right? The teep can be offensive. The teep can be defensive. I can stop forward pressure with the teep. I can drive people back with the teep, right? I can teep the legs. I can teep the body. I can teep the arms. I have people tell me consistently, I don't want to teep because I always catch my toes on their elbows. That's because you're not teeping. You're doing a front kick to the elbow, right? He can be in a picture-perfect fighting stance with elbows out. Jesse can teep his elbow and be totally fine, right? Ties do it all the time, right? Because it's a teep. Front snap kick to the elbow, that's gonna hurt, right? So let's not do that. Where the front snap kick is gonna come into play is when we're attacking the liver, digging into the liver through the floating rib, or to the face, right? And we've seen this countless times with Anderson Silva. We've seen it recently with Michael Chandler and Tony Ferguson. The front kick to the face is very effective, that snap kick, right? So for me, when I want people to start doing teeps, I just walk them through my basic teep system. Teep number 1 is the lead teep. Teep number 2 is the rear teep. Teep number 3, we switch. Teep number 4, we fake. Teep number 5, we slide. Teep number 6, we jump, right? And you can jump with the other leg too, right? So introduce that basic. If you've got my system, you know what those are, right? So right now for MMA, what I want to do is I want to start threatening that teep. I want to start faking that teep more often, and that's going to give us other weapons, right? She throws the lead teep. Now she fakes it, 1, 2. She throws the lead teep. Now she fakes it to the kick. She throws the lead teep. Now she fakes it to the knee. She throws the lead teep. Now she fakes it to the rear elbow. Oh, she throws the lead teep. Now she fakes it to the spin. She throws the lead teep. Now she fakes it to the shot. And she's right in on that outside double, right? Just all off of the threat of the lead teep, right? Rear teep. She throws the rear teep. Now she fakes it, power hook. Boom. She throws the lead teep. Now she fakes it. Kick. She throws the lead teep. Now she fakes it. Knee. Good. She throws the lead teep. Now she fakes it. Elbow. Good. She throws the lead teep. Now she fakes it. Spin. She throws the lead teep. Now she fakes it. She's on the inside single. Okay? So the effectiveness of the teep as a weapon itself is tremendous. But in MMA, the threat of the teep, the fake, the feint, opens up the rest of our striking arsenal if we do it properly. So that is why I say teeps and front kicks are some of the most important weapons in all of mixed martial arts, and they are totally underutilized, and you need to start using them.